Okay, hello. Today in this vlog, we're going to talk about the quadratic formula, actually a specific part of this formula. In previous vlogs, we talked about the formula, we talked about different solutions and roots, and if we had a perfect square within our answer or a square root that was not a perfect square, um, and things of that nature. But we have another type of solution that may happen called a non-real complex solution. We're going to take this quadratic and we're going to put it in the formula and see what happens. Okay, now I'm ready. I've written my formula. Again, I practice writing. It helps, and I use parentheses here. Now what I'm going to do is plug in the numbers where they belong. All right. Okay, now you see I did this -4 times 9 times 5 becomes 180. I wasn't sure if I was correct, but I wanted to check it by hand. Anyway, so moving on. We have positive 6 times a positive negative square root of 36 minus 180 over 18. So now we see we have an under the square root symbol, we have a negative 144. Can't happen. Well, we can't take the square root of a negative in the real number system. It's called a complex number. It's a non-real, an imaginary number. If you see this, negative in the square root, you just automatically put down a non-real root, a complex number solution. So, meaning that we have the an imaginary number, it would be a number times I. For right now, we'll leave it, the answer is non-real root. Now, now, under the square root, it tells me what type of answer I get. So we're going to work on how to predict what kind of root we're going to, what kind of answer we're going to get. Using a special formula that's inside this, it's called the discriminant formula. It kind of screens out your answers and figures out where they belong, what type of answer you have. We'll talk about that now. You may think, oh, another formula. Really, this formula is inside the formula you already know. It's inside the quadratic formula. You pull it out, you use this to decide, oh, okay, my answer is going to be a positive or a real number or a complex number or whatnot. The table here shows you what kind of answers you'll have depending on what your discriminant shows you. So if you were to have 0 under the square root, it's only one answer. Square root of 0 is only one answer, okay? Below that, if the discriminant is a perfect square, like 100 or 25 or 16, you have two real answers, and you can factor this one. If you have a positive square root, positive number in the square root, but it's not a perfect square, you have two irrational numbers, and you're going to have a square root in your answer. And if the discriminant is negative, it's a non-real solution. Okay? We have two examples, and you'll see what happens. All right? So now you see, I need to label my A, B, and C numbers first and identify them. So, negative 60 squared, that's 3,600. Okay, put that down. So, what this means is D equals 0, right? Okay, move on to the second example now. 3x squared minus 4x equals 32. Well, we first must set it in standard form, where you have ax squared minus bx, or plus bx plus c, equals 0. Now I'm ready to identify my a, b, and c values. Okay, now we'll calculate our answer. So now D equals 400. 400 is a perfect square. We can take the square root of that, and it's 20. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.